WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. The Mississippi Department of Health has reported 60 new cases of COVID-19 this morning, including several in Northeast Mississippi. 4 new cases were reported in Lowndes County. Clay County reported its first case of the coronavirus. Itawamba County has reported 3 cases. Lafayette County has reported 1 new case. That county's total is now at 2. Monroe County has also reported another case of the virus. The county total for Monroe County is now at 2 cases as well. The new positive results brings the state total to 140. 1 death has been reported so far in Mississippi. MSDH said with more testing taking place across the state by the health department and private labs, it is seeing a jump in cases. We've got the full list of affected counties on our website at WCBI.com. An emergency city council meeting was held earlier today in Columbus. Mayor Robert Smith, along with members of the city council, have initiated a general curfew beginning tonight at 10 p.m. and lasting until 6 a.m. This is except for essential travel by those over the age of 18. In addition to that, all restaurants within the city limits of Columbus will only be allowed to serve food using drive-through, curbside, or delivery methods. Businesses employing 10 or more people are asked to adhere to CDC guidelines as well as guidelines from the Mississippi Department of Health. Smith says the orders were put into place after learning of the 4 newly confirmed coronavirus cases in Lowndes County.
We found out last night and also this morning that I was informed that we had 4 cases here in Lowndes County where people had tested positive. Also, I have been in contact with several mayors across the state of Mississippi, and so what we did this morning in our special meeting is that we're concerned about the health, safety, and welfare of all of our citizens within the city of Columbus.
Smith says the current order will last until further notice. For a full list of businesses affected, once again, visit our website at WCBI.com. The city of Bruce also announces a general curfew will soon go into effect. Mayor Rudy Pope says the curfew will go into place on Monday, March 23rd from 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. That curfew is also until further notice. Tupelo's mayor has updated an executive order that now prohibits public gatherings of 50 or more people. That action came after a public auction attracted hundreds of people to Tupelo Furniture Market. The auction was stopped moments after the executive order was issued. Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton has also ordered all playgrounds closed at city parks. The mayor could issue more executive orders Monday in efforts to stop the spread of the virus.
Well, we promised you a mix of sun and clouds today, and luck would have it, we got more in the way of clouds than we did sun. We'd have a few peaks of sun out there, but it really has stayed mostly cloudy to overcast today, and that's helped our temperatures to stay cool as well. We're 55 right now in Columbus and in Tupelo, 54 there in Bruce, and mid-50s as well over in West Alabama. Fortunately, though, no rain out there, so it is still a good day to get outside and get some fresh air while you have the chance. Overnight tonight, temperatures do fall, not quite as much, though. The clouds are really going to act like a blanket and keep us a little more on the mild side. Really, I think we're going to stay in the low 50s to right around 50. Notice, though, even more clouds building in. Rain showers develop as we get into tomorrow, and tomorrow looks like a rainy day. Rain showers for much of us. Temperatures only getting up into the 60s, and there's more rain on the way, even some storms. I've got those details coming up in just a bit. Cash.
Thank you, Trevor. Vice President Mike Pence says coronavirus testing is being ramped up nationwide with more than 195,000 tests administered so far. He said more than 19,000 have tested positive. CBS News correspondent Michael George has the latest from New York, where President Trump declared a disaster for the state.
President Trump has approved a disaster declaration for New York State.
This is the first time in our nation's history that a president's used the Stafford Act to declare a major disaster in response to a public health crisis.
The designation opens the way for billions of dollars in emergency federal aid to be sent to one of the states hardest hit by the coronavirus. President Trump said other parts of the country, such as California, may also receive disaster aid. New York, California, Illinois, Connecticut, and Oregon are all taking measures to restrict residents' movements outside their homes. The nation's top infectious disease expert says mitigation efforts are working, but it's hard to say how well.
We know we are clearly having an effect, but we can't quantitate it for you accurately
now.
On Capitol Hill, senators are spending the weekend trying to finalize details of a $1 trillion economic stimulation package. The bipartisan bill includes relief for small businesses, loans to impacted industries, and direct cash payments to individuals based on income and family size. Joanne Imwali is a nurse at a hospital near Sacramento. She goes into the rooms of patients who have infectious diseases, such as the coronavirus.
We're coming in and taking care of patients that have something that's infectious that we could actually get and potentially die from.
Healthcare workers are facing a critical shortage of masks. Vice President Pence, who's leading the White House task force, says masks are being prioritized to areas in greatest need. He urged companies and dentists to donate masks to hospitals. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Vice President Pence says he and his wife will be tested for the coronavirus after a staff member tested positive. Governor Tate Reeves announces efforts to provide unemployment benefits to help Mississippi workers and their families impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak. Earlier today, Reeves signed an executive order instructing the Mississippi Department of Employment Security to expedite payments to unemployed Mississippians and relax collection requirements on employers. The governor is also waiving the 1-week waiting period to receive unemployment benefits for all claims filed from March 8th to June 27th, and suspending all work search requirements that normally must be met to receive benefits. All collection activities, such as enrollment of liens and tax garnishments, have also been suspended to provide MDES and employers some flexibility during this difficult time. A major American manufacturing company temporarily closes its doors. Cooper Tire and Rubber Company announces it will shut down its facilities in the U.S. and Mexico. The company says this is to help protect the health and safety of employees, as well as respond to the effect on market demand from the coronavirus. The closing process will begin today and will continue on a rolling basis. All plants are expected to remain closed for 2 to 3 weeks. The company is discussing plans for its Europe locations. Cooper's plants in China reopened several weeks ago and have continued to ramp up production. Small businesses across the country are feeling the effects as the coronavirus spreads. Hair salons and barbershops depend on their clients to keep the doors open and support their livelihood. Places like Salon 3 say loyal clients have begun canceling their standing appointments, and that's why the stylists and barbers are taking extra precautions in light of COVID-19. They're wiping down their stations after every customer.
We are in such close contact with people. You know, I am just literally standing on top of her, touching her hair. We have the sign at the door to call us when they get here, and if we're not finished with who we're doing, they wait in the car and we'll motion for them or text them to come on in.
Lancaster says Salon 3 will be closed until March 26th. Governor Tate Reeves has ordered Mississippi schools to close until April 17th. For some students, they depend on schools for daily meals, and that's why many schools are coming together to ensure that families have meals until class is back in session. Our DeAndrea Turner is in Oxford and has more on the story.
Prepping sandwiches, putting together to-go lunches, and making sure everyone gets fed. The seats at the cafeteria at Oxford Middle School may be empty, but the kitchen isn't.
It feels great to help, parents that can't afford to give their children breakfast or lunch or just need a meal, period. So, and then we've got to get
Cafeteria workers, or lunch ladies, as they are sometimes called, like Sydney McGlown, gets to work at 6 a.m. and doesn't leave until 2:30 in the afternoon.
We have to do what we got to do to feed the kids.
Oxford School District has 6 locations set up around the community for kids and their parents to grab a lunch. Superintendent Brian Harvey says this is an opportunity to extend their summer meals program.
We've got students who are out of school. We were already had the staffing available to do it, and we saw this just as a natural extension of where we are with this virus.
The first day, they gave away more than 700 meals. He believes as the word gets out that they will be able to help more families.
We hear from the community about, hey, we can take advantage. We're looking at, do we have these locations in the right spot? Do we need to move them around? Do we need to add? And our staff is ready to do whatever's necessary.
What's necessary to keep the community together.
That's our job. We love it, and I'm glad to be here to do it.
Packing one meal at a time.
OSD will provide free meals on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for all children under the age of 18. Adults can also purchase meals for $2 at these locations. Well, imagine waking up one day and not having anything to eat. And on top of that, a pandemic happening across the world. Our Savannah Gato has more on a special food drive.
The Community Benefit Committee held a grocery drive-through at State Line Baptist Church Saturday morning.
We are sharing the love of Jesus with people through a medium of food. The Bible teaches us, a person said, I was hungry and you gave me meat. So we want to be honoring our Lord Jesus Christ by sharing food.
People in the community that are in need of food have waited in line to get grocery bags full of canned goods and other items that are needed during this time. Items in the bags have a variety of foods from cereal and eggs to potatoes and fruit.
We reach many as 375 to 400 families, roughly in the 3 counties, around 1,000 people.
All of this has been able to happen because of one special donor.
We do this through the Mississippi Food Network, which is our sponsor. We buy the food from them at a low cost, and then we distribute it to whoever qualifies.
The church gives food away every third Saturday.
It means a whole lot to us. I mean, this is something that God has put on us to do. So we're here to help the community. You know, we want for whoever needs it to come get it.
Even though this is a tough time, the church is looking up.
It's an encouragement. We're here to encourage people. There's a lot of negative around, but when they come here, they get positive reinforcement. We're just happy to share the love of Jesus.
Reporting in Columbus, Savannah Gato, WCBI News.
Coming up, a food pantry in Nettleton is stepping up to help fulfill needs in the community. We're going to have more on this story when we come back.
You're watching WCBI News at 6 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. The coronavirus crisis is prompting area food banks to extend a helping hand. In Nettleton, the local food pantry there was giving out food to families in need. WCBI's Tyler Hull was there and has more on the story.
Empty shelves in grocery stores is leaving many families without. The Faith Food Pantry is giving away over 50,000 pounds of food. They are making sure families stay ready during these trying times.
We're giving food to people. We'll probably give out close to food to 800 families.
For some families, the virus has hit them hard financially, and Long said that is where the pantry comes in to help.
We give out every month, every third Saturday of every month. And it's always important, but it's particularly important to them because a lot of people have lost their jobs. We're getting a lot of people in that were doing fine last week. Now they don't have a job, they don't have food. We're able to give them food.
Long said that even though some of their regular volunteers couldn't show, they still had a great turnout.
It's great. A lot of our regulars weren't able to come. A lot of them are old and they have health problems, or they have a spouse with health problems, so they weren't able to come. And people just turned out.
Reporting in Nettleton, Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
Long also said they had over 100 volunteers show up today.
Clouds stuck around through the day today on the Alpha Insurance Camera Network time lapse, and I think they're going to stick around for a while. I've got a full look at your first alert forecast coming up right after this.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Cloudy but luckily dry across the area today. That is the good news. Hopefully we're able to step out and get some fresh air. It is a little cool out there and it's not the most perfect day, but it's going to be the nicest day for the next 3. Take a look at this. Rain through the day tomorrow, and then after that we're going to have some showers and maybe some storms to contend with. We'll talk about all of that coming up in just a little bit, but first let's take a look at the big picture. Here's the surface map where we look at all the fronts and the pressures. This kind of gives us an idea of what's going on in the weather world. And you see we've got this stationary front and low pressure down to our south. That's what brought us some rain yesterday. It has now moved to our south, but what's going to happen is now that it has stalled down there, it's actually going to come back to the north as a warm front. And that's what's going to trigger our next chances for rain tomorrow and over the next couple of days. So that batch of showers back off to our west in Texas, that's what we're going to be keeping an eye on here over the next couple of days. Let's take a look outside right now in Vernon. There's no sun over in Vernon, but I just checked The Tupelo camera, they've got a little bit of sunshine. So hopefully we're able to see a few peaks of sunshine just to maybe brighten your day up a little bit. Unfortunately, though, Vernon did not get in on any sunshine today. I think clouds will continue to build in overnight tonight if they're not in there already. Mostly cloudy through the evening. Temperatures falling down into the 40s by tomorrow morning. And of course, as we wake up by sunrise, we're going to notice some areas of showers developing through the day. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder. I think a lot of this is just going to be some rain, though. And with temperatures in the 50s through much of the day, it's going to be a pretty cold rain as well. I think we'll top out right around 60 here in the Golden Triangle. Cooler, though, off to the north, and certainly a little bit cooler for our friends that didn't see any sunshine today. Wind switching out of the northwest back down to the south and east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. Here's a look at that on Futurecast. Like I said, starting off right around 50 degrees tomorrow morning as you're waking up around 7 a.m. Notice by 9, we've got some isolated showers starting to pop up, but there is some heavier activity back off to the west. You see some of those yellows, a little bit of orange showing up. That's indicative of those heavier downpours, and that's what gets in here by lunchtime. Now, don't get married to the actual specific location that these are plotting, because this could be anywhere, but this should just go to show you that there could be some areas of heavier rain through the day tomorrow. I think our best shot for heavy rain and a little bit of thunder is going to be right around lunchtime. I do think we get a lull in the action by dinner time. So if you're looking to get outside and maybe take a walk, probably wait until later in the day. Rain chances are going to continue to be on the rise through the week, maybe some showers and storms by Monday and Tuesday. There's that stationary front I told you, slowly inching its way back up to the north. Sunday night going into Monday morning, I think we're going to see another round of some shower and storm activity. Monday afternoon, I think a few showers still certainly possible, but we've got another low pressure system back off to our west. That's going to be sliding in here by Tuesday, and the way this is positioned, it's actually going to set us up in an area that would be favorable for some stronger storms. Now, that's not to say we're expecting any strong storms right now, but it's certainly a possibility, and it's something that we're going to have to monitor here in this area as we go through the next couple of days. So again, that's going to be on Tuesday, the best chance for some strong storms. We're talking gusty winds, maybe a little bit of small hail. Wednesday looking decent, though. More rain chances as we get into the latter portion of the week with highs in the 80s.
Coming up, we say goodbye to a country music legend. More on the life and music of Kenny Rogers when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. One of the world's most iconic performers has passed away. Kenny Rogers' career spanned decades and multiple genres. The Grammy Award-winning entertainer died Friday evening from natural causes at the age of 81. Michael George takes a look back at his life.
Kenny Rogers entertained millions during his nearly 6-decade career. He topped the pop and country music charts 24 times while racking up numerous awards, including 3 Grammys. The son of an alcoholic carpenter and a nursing assistant, he grew up in Houston's projects. Rogers decided to become a performer after attending a Ray Charles concert when he was 12. The singer formed a doo-wop band while still in high school and launched his professional career in a jazz trio in the late 50s. He transitioned to folk music with the new Christie Minstrels and fronted the First Edition before launching a solo career.
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucy.
Through the years, Rogers used his songs to tell stories. And he found joy collaborating with longtime friends Lionel Richie and Dolly Parton, who he once described as a soulmate.
You got to know.
Rogers also starred in 5 TV movies based on his hit song, The Gambler. Later in life, he defended the plastic surgery that radically altered his appearance.
It's one of those things that I think everybody, you look at yourself and you go, could I be better if I did this or I did that?
Rumors swirled about his health in 2014 after he posted a photo on Instagram following skin cancer surgery.
I've had an incredible career.
About a year later, Rogers announced a 2-year farewell concert tour so he could spend time with his young twin sons.
I will miss you dearly, but I must go be with my boys.
Mr. Kenneth Rogers, everybody!
Rogers ended his final tour 4 months early, citing health challenges.
I've accomplished a lot more than I ever thought I would, and it probably ever should have. But it's really been a great career, and I've had a great life.
Michael George, CBS News.
By now, you're probably all stocked up on toilet paper, but how do you plan on making it last? We've got the answer coming up next. Stay with us. You can all breathe a little easier now because a new website has been designed to help with the toilet paper crisis. The site reports its average user has 500% more toilet paper than they need during quarantine. The website is actually pretty simple to use. You can go to howmuchtoiletpaper.com. Then users enter how many rolls of toilet paper they have and how many times they visit the bathroom. The simple calculator will tell you how much toilet paper you need to survive the pandemic. More than 2 million people have already used the How Much Toilet Paper website. The designers hope it will reduce the toilet paper shortage around the world. And I gotta ask you, Trevor, do you have enough toilet paper to last?
I think I do, but I didn't run to the store and get any. And spoiler alert, I think if you ran to the store and got some, you probably have enough.
If you ran to the store and got some, I'm mad at you because I don't have enough.
Gotta laugh at ourselves a little bit. Hey, rain tomorrow. Stay dry, everybody.
Thank you, guys.